We're getting some news out of Washington. Eamon Javers joins us with that. What do we learn here, Eamon?
Scott, we just had the press briefing from White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt in this past hour, and she did something that I want to flag for you in terms of the linguistics of this press conference, because you remember that the president had said that he wanted unconditional surrender from Iran in order to end this war, that as recently as over the weekend. What Caroline Leavitt said today was that unconditional surrender means something different than, all of those of us who took history in high school might think of. You think of unconditional surrender as being, Japanese generals on an American battleship signing the capitulation documents. What Leavitt is saying now is that what the president means when he says unconditional surrender is actually sort of up to him to decide whether the Iranians have actually surrendered, not up to the Iranian government. Here's what she said.
Well, when President Trump says that Iran is in a place of unconditional surrender, he's not claiming the Iranian regime is going to come out and say that themselves. What the president means is that Iran's threats will no longer be backed by a ballistic missile arsenal that protects them from building a nuclear bomb in their country. I could make an empty threat, but if I have no actions to back it up, then it's an empty threat.
So what Leavitt is saying there is that President Trump will be the one to decide whether or not the Iranians have surrendered. Whatever the Iranian government says, if the president decides that they've surrendered, then he decides that they've surrendered. And why is that significant? I think it's significant because it gives the president a sort of maximum operational flexibility here. He was sort of in a rhetorical box by demanding unconditional surrender, and by sort of leveraging out of that and by saying, well, we'll decide that we've determined that they've surrendered, says us, not says them. That gives the White House the ability to end this whenever they determine it's appropriate. And this is really a striking thing to watch, Scott, because the decision to get into the war and now the decision to get out of the war really, according to the White House press secretary, boils down to sort of the thinking of one man, the President of the United States.